Good evening. It's our pleasure to welcome you to another edition of BOI Impact. Tonight's program will feature two segments. The first part will focus on the high point of the Katsina State Economic Investment Summit, while the second segment will feature the partnership between the Bank of Industry and the Katsina State government on the establishment of a 2 billion naira counterpart development fund for micro, small and medium enterprises in Katsina State. We kick off with the Katsina State Economic Summit, which had as the theme Unlocking Investment Potentials for Sustainable Development. The summit signposts the government's commitment to diversifying the economy and achieving its policy thrust on private sector partnership, job creation and entrepreneur promotion through generation of viable investment in the state. The three-day event, which was declared open by President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, featured delegates from the public and private sectors, state governors, ministers, amongst others. Here are highlights of the Economic and Investment Summit of Katsina State, as well as BOI's partnership with Katsina State government on the establishment of a 2 billion naira MSME counterpart fund, as captured by BOI Impact crew. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. Happy viewing. The three-day Katsina State Economic and Investment Summit with the theme Unlocking Investment Potentials for Sustainable Development was aimed at opening up the state to would-be investors who are expected to take advantage of the investment potentials that are abound in the state. The summit kick-started with the opening remarks by the chairman of the summit committee, Ibrahim Tukur.
The rallying call for the summit converges around the theme Unlocking Investment Potentials for Sustainable Development. The theme underscores the understanding that all the elements required for the sustainable development of Katsina State are available in this gathering: people, technology, and finance. The key summit objectives are to engage all the states and utilized and underutilized natural and human resources towards creating an efficient and prosperous state, create awareness of the state new investment climate and policy thrust, create a robust platform for dialogue with potential investors, revitalize the private sector for higher returns and employment generation, and enhance the visibility of the state as a viable investment hub, among others.
The Executive Governor of Katsina State, His Excellency Right Honorable Aminu Masari, in his speech highlighted some of the investment potentials abound in the state.
Katsina State was created 3 decades ago. It is therefore time we took stock to determine how we have fared so far and to chart a new course for the future. In 2015, the World Bank ranked Katsina State as 7th on the ease of doing business in Nigeria, ahead of Lagos, Kano, Rivers, and Cross Rivers. We have this audacious ambition. We intend to jump 6 places and sit atop of the Nigeria ranking. The state is ranked first in cotton production. We are working to fully exploit the cotton value chain to meet local demand and become a net exporter of the commodity after considerable value addition. Katsina State is already the second largest sugarcane producer in the country, and we intend to become the largest producer of refined sugar capable of meeting local consumption and export. The state is a major grain producing and marketing hub with large national and international markets strategically dotted across the state's international and local borders, linked to the various mega market centers in the country through a rich network of roads and rail. Large deposits of metallic and non-metallic minerals are found in the state. These include gold, iron ore, kaolin, asbestos, silica, and gemstones, etc.
The Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Okechukwu Enelama, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, said the ministry is focused on diversifying the economy to ensure sustainable growth and wealth creation.
I sincerely commend the organizers of this event for coming up with this laudable initiative at a time when our country is faced with grave economic challenges. We all know that the price of oil, which accounts for 75% of government revenues and 90% of foreign exchange earnings, has gone down by about 70% since mid-2014. At this critical point of our development process, it is our duty as government and people to place our economy on the path of sustainable growth and development so that we can participate effectively in the global economy. In this regard, the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari has started the difficult but rewarding task of breaking free from our traditional dependence on oil to the non-oil sector through diversification of the export base and domestic production. However, unlocking Nigeria's investment and economic potentials require the strategic collaboration of both the public and private sectors to achieve the desired accelerated development. Towards this end, our ministry has stepped up the policy thrust to focus on fundamental restructuring and diversification of the economy to ensure sustainable growth and creation of jobs in the country.
Nigeria's leading industrialist and president of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, in his Good message, called on Katsina State government and others present to further explore the agricultural sector.
I would like to congratulate the government of Katsina State for this initiative to open up the states for investment, which I think is highly overdue. Like many other states in the northern part of Nigeria, Katsina State lags in the national average on various indices of human and economic development. More than 60% of the population is in severe poverty, and the state contributes less than 2% of Nigeria's GDP. I think the only way for Katsina to catch up is to concentrate on agriculture. It is very, very important. Your Excellency, as it is today, there are challenging times when you look at a lot of things or when you read, especially in Brazil. But despite their challenges, today Brazil has $350 billion in reserves, of which 80% of that money is contributed by agriculture. Brazil today, they are number one in sugar, number one in soybean, number one in poultry, number one in almost a lot of things. So I think we should copy that. We will create about 210,000 jobs between now and 2018 ending, of which 80% will come from agriculture. That's why I believe we should really pay attention to agriculture, and I'm happy, Your Excellency, you are also, pushing to see how things, be done. But I can assure you, Your Excellency, there are greater things to come in Nigeria, but in the northern part of Nigeria, please, we have 3 areas that we have to look at: agriculture, agriculture, agriculture. Thank you, sir.
If Katsina has the size of land it has, 5 large dams, some of which were commissioned in 1982-83 by the then President Shehu Shagari, many of these dams have never been put to use. They are sitting away, now full of sand. We just have to work in partnership with the Ministry of Water Resources and put them to use, because agriculture will no longer be a rainy season business. We have to grow food all year round. We don't have $5 million a day to import rice. We don't have an equivalent amount to import wheat, sugar, fish, cookies and biscuits, toothpicks, tomato paste for $400 million a year. If we cut down these imports, like the CBN governor says, in a short while, this country's foreign reserve will become strong enough, and the naira will be stronger.
Nigeria consumes about 6.1 million metric tons annually and only produces 2.5 million metric tons. Since Katsina State is noted for its excellent ecology, which can support viable and sustainable production of rice, ginger, livestock, cotton, and cereals, it is critical that the state government strongly consider organizing the farmers into cooperatives and partnering with the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Federal Ministry of Agri to harness its fullest potentials. The CBN is available under its various schemes to provide financing at single-digit interest rates to your smallholder farmers and SMEs. We understand that the state has water dams that are currently moribund. I'm happy that the Honorable Minister of Agri is eager to consider resuscitating these dams, working with the state government, which should act as source of irrigation for rice, for cotton, and tomatoes farming. The challenge is daunting, but the CBN is ready to work closely with you to grow your economy.
It is no secret that agriculture remains a key instrument for sustainable development and the fight against poverty. Unfortunately, agricultural development continues to be seriously handicapped by a range of constraints. We tend to think that the agricultural sector is too costly and too risky to finance, but it should be noted that studies have shown that agricultural credit activities are profitable when producers are well integrated into a sustainable value chain within the system. Today, it is increasingly accepted that the value chain and its financing is a solution for unleashing the potential of African agriculture, Nigeria and of course Katsina State included.
We provide long-term financial services at concessional rates, which is indispensable to any development process. We work in partnerships, we can't work in silos, and we work through state governments in deepening our credit delivery process. And that was why we approached the Katsina State government to help us establish a branch in Katsina State, which the governor gladly obliged. The governor will be commissioning the Bank of Industry's branch in Katsina. These are efforts being taken to deepen our credit delivery process. SMEs, as we all know, are very, very weak and they require a lot of support. Globally speaking, the mortality rate is quite high. Out of every 10 new MSMEs established, close to 7 or 8 collapse within the very first 2 years of their existence. So therefore, they need a lot of hand-holding, they need a lot of support, and that's why we're in Katsina. At the large enterprises level, we've played quite well at the cotton, textile, and garment sector. Funtua Textiles is one of the companies we supported in Katsina. The total exposure of the Bank of Industry in Katsina is not less than 11.4 billion naira as of today, ranging from cotton, textile, and garment industries to SMEs. And we are ready to do more. But rest assured, the Bank of Industry is here to stay and will continue to support the Katsina State government.
The special guest of honor, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, DCFR, in his address reiterated that for private sector to take the lead in moving the economy forward, incentives must be provided to stimulate their readiness towards repositioning the country for sustainable growth and development.
His Excellency the Katsina State Governor has indicated in his speech that the overall objective of this summit is to stimulate local investment and attract foreign direct investment to the manufacturing sector, including agribusiness, solid minerals, power, hospitality industry, and other services. Creatively and purposefully applied, this should help to bridge gaps in capital, management skills, and technology where they are most severe, and support the competences of local companies and the workforce towards world standards. This would enable both local and foreign manufacturers and services companies alike to stand with the best in servicing local and global markets. Most important of all, this could lead to hundreds of thousands of our people getting employment. Employment is the quickest way to escape poverty, and we must fill our people out of poverty. But for this laudable transformation to occur, every player must do his best, including the federal government. but in particular, the people and government of Katsina State. For global players, some of whom I am pleased to see represented here, to take the deep plunge, they must be offered attractive incentives. The Katsina State government appears to make I can't refuse the offer to investors through a liberal set of tax incentives, infrastructural support, faster and shorter government responses to business requests. These generous offers are the minimum required to attract the critical investor who is quoted in every country and region of the world. The Katsina State government and her people have taken the first step. I look forward to the first 1,000 miles. Your Excellencies, Your Highnesses, it is my pleasure to declare the Katsina State Economic and Investments open. Thank you very much.
With the Katsina State Economic Summit well on its way, let us take you through the commissioning of BOI Katsina State Office, which was commissioned by the Katsina State Governor, Right Honorable Aminu Masari, alongside the Acting Managing Director of BOI, Wahid Olagunju, and his management team. Here are highlights of the event. The commissioning of the BOI Katsina State Office took place on the second day of the summit. His Excellency Right Honorable Aminu Masari led members of his cabinet to commission the office, which the state government provided. The acting MD of BOI, Wahid Olagunju, kick-started the event with a welcome address.
The Bank of Industry decided to open the Katsina office so as to sustain the institution's continued efforts at serving Katsina State better and vastly improve on the turnaround time for processing transactions. Permit me to note that Katsina State is very central to BOI's strategy of ensuring that our development finance services are brought closer to the people of the state, especially in our bid to improve our service delivery efficiency, while also reaching out to all parts of the entire northern region. We have 17 offices across the country. 4 of them are located in the northwest. Kaduna, Sokoto that we commissioned last week, and today that of Katsina. I'm delighted to announce that as of 30th April 2016, the bank had provided loans in excess of 11.4 billion naira to more than 40 micro, small, medium, and light enterprises across the state, with over 30,000 direct and indirect jobs created in the process. The bank has introduced product programs that are targeted at funding products in 40 identified business clusters in the country. To this effect, our state office identified almost 10 clusters in Katsina State, which will be accorded priority financial support. They include cotton ginning, animal feed production, food processing, meat processing, off-grid solar, quarries, dairy, ceramics and tiles, and vocational skills.
The executive governor also delivered a powerful speech at the commissioning.
The people, especially the young men and women, you must sit up, you must work hard, you must avail yourselves of the opportunities being offered by the government, both at state and the federal level. There is high competition for accessing financial support. We need young men and women who have bright ideas and those who are ready to learn. We are ready at any time to patronize those ideas, to make them workable, to make them beneficial to those who have them and to the general public. We will provide enabling policies and atmosphere for you to reach the sky. We always point out to you that it is doable, it is possible, especially when we look at ourselves, we look at our background from villages and this is where God has lifted us to. But that did not happen as a miracle.
His Excellency also appealed for equal distribution of the loan on behalf of women and youth in the state.
At least 70 to 80% of this should go to young women and women to empower women so that they allow their girls' child to go to school. You empower women, you empower the family. No woman will allow her son to go naked or to go hungry. Empowering women is key. So if you empower a woman, make sure, and I'm absolutely sure whatever she gets, she spends it in her room. But you, my friend, if you're too much empowered, the next thing you start off, I have 2 wives, the third one will come, and the fourth one will come. By the time you are 70 years, you have 40 children. So the best is to empower the women so that they support the family. Commission this office with the good use of the people of Katsina State, and humanity. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this office and bless the work that is going to be done in this office.
You're still watching BOI Impact. That was the commissioning of BOI office in Katsina State immediately after the 2 development partners signed a memorandum of understanding on the establishment of a 2 billion naira counterpart fund for the development of micro, small and medium enterprises in the state. Here are a highlight of the signing ceremony. The commissioning ceremony ended with a vote of thanks given by the Executive Director Corporate Services at the Bank of Industry, Jonathan Thobin.
It is my singular honor and privilege at this wonderful occasion express the gratitude of the management and staff of the Bank of Industry to His Excellency for providing an office worthy for the bank to bring services very close to the people of Katsina State. Your Excellency, we want to assure you that the current management of the Bank of Industry will leave no stone unturned to indeed reciprocate this your kind gesture. We are going to work tirelessly with all the agencies to ensure that your vision to industrialize the state is realized by the special grace of God.
Those were the highlights of the Katsina State Economic and Investment Summit that took place recently in Katsina. During the course of the program, you've heard from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, governors, ministers, leading experts in manufacturing, banking and finance, including agriculture, and how the country can be one of the best economies in the world, and Katsina State as a new frontier in this drive. In subsequent edition of the program, we shall bring you progress reports on the implementations of some of the conclusions at the summit. It's on this note that will conclude this week's edition of the program. It's good evening and have yourself an enterprising week. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. Bye for now.